Yes, people, day 13, starting strength, how to gain weight. Things are going well, man. What you're seeing here is just the result of me finally fixing my eating habits. I've been consistent with about 4,500 calories, something like that a day. The protein shakes have been really helping with that. Even on the bad days where I don't have meal prep or anything like that, I still don't undereat. So I fixed the undereating, and then on top of that, I'm eating high amounts. Squatting 122.5 today, and I was there with my cousin. I haven't trained with him in so long, so that was quite exciting, and it was interesting. I was really scared to do it, but because my cousin was there, I kind of just got under the bar and went for it. And I did all right with the session. I did all right, but it just got me tired. Like you could see from my face there, I was feeling it. So what was happening is I was taking about 10, 12 minutes rest in between each set, which is fine. I had the time for it. Today ended up being a really long session. And yeah, I'm quite happy with it. If you remember last session, squat went well, but I didn't quite hit my deadlift. So going in today, I was still a bit sore, like I hadn't fully recovered. I could feel a bit in my lower back, but I just had it in my head. You're going to get 5 reps of 157.5. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. That's also why I was resting so much. It did play a factor into my resting for the squat. And another thing that I was kind of looking forward to, kind of nervous for, so I'm benching 90 kilos today. That's a lot of weight. Like I said in the past, my PR is 85 for 5, at least going into this program. And my PR for 1 rep was 95 kilos. So I'm approaching that 95. And it just doesn't feel like I've done enough work to have earned it. Like when you do 3x5 of squat, you really feel it. It makes sense. But when you do 3x5 of bench press, it just feels like magic when you're stronger next session. I don't know how to explain it. So in my head, I'm like, there's no way I can do 90. 90 is such a heavy number. But you're going to see weight went up easy. No problems at all. I think you see sometimes like when I don't stick the bench properly, it's more of a form thing. I end up with the bar too far down my chest, and it gets stuck because of that, and then I have to grind out the rep. But most reps are easy, clean, doesn't feel too heavy, so I'm happy. I'm really happy with the bench. You can see how spent I was here after this squat, man. Really, really, really tired. One of my favorite things about going to the gym with someone you know is you can get a spot you can rely on. Like, I don't like my spotters touching the bar. I'd rather they let me fail, let it go on my chest. I'm not going to die. It's not going to crush me, you know? And then pull it back up with me. So he knows that. That's why he's standing so far back. And he's just going to help me unrack it, which is where the main issues are with the bench, because it's really heavy to unrack. And because you start kind of far down, you can hurt your shoulders, especially when it starts to get heavy. First set looks good. I've noticed if you really, you can really use your core. See how he didn't touch the bar there. You can really use your core with the leg drive. So it's not just pushing down with the legs, but engage your core. Really squeeze the abs tight. Take that breath in and hold it in. Man, looking back at this, I can't believe I'm benching 90 kilos, man. I still remember the days in my friend's garage where he had a little setup during lockdown and he only had 20 plates. So he put up 60 kg and I could not move the bar. I couldn't do a rep. Could not do a rep. It felt too heavy. I remember just doing push-ups on the floor while everyone was bench pressing, man. And now, if you were to slap 60s on, 20s on each side, I'd just laugh, man. It's easy these days. It's easy. I think my cousin was busy here, so I got another guy to spot, but he was a really cool guy. And it was also my strongest set. Like, he didn't even need to put his hands close to the bar, you know. He even said afterwards, why didn't you go for 6? But it's not the starting strength way, man. We just do 3x5. We don't try and squeeze another one out just because we feel like we can or whatever. Just stick to what you plan to do and it works. And when it stops working, then you can start looking at how you're going to program things differently. This is the difference, guys. I'm not exercising right now. I'm training. What's the difference, you ask? I'm going into the gym knowing exactly what numbers I'm going to be pulling. I know exactly how much I'm going to be increasing the weight by. There's a whole process to it, right? And the difference is that when you exercise, you don't really know what you're going to do. You kind of just go to the gym, throw on whatever makes sense in the moment. It's less disciplined. And now it's great. Not enough people exercise, so I don't want to show people that train like that. But it's not the same thing. It really isn't the same thing. I knew I had to deadlift 157.5 today. And I didn't feel like doing it. It felt like crap. But I had to go for it, right? And if I missed it, it wasn't because it was a conscious choice. It was just genuinely I wasn't strong enough. I hadn't recovered enough, etc. When I got that 157.5, I felt so fucking good about myself, man. You can see I just went straight to the mirror, admire the gains. The weight gain journey's coming along nicely, guys. If you like the video, share it with a friend. See you next time.